We've got our first sighting of Lorgard Aurelian in his demonic form. That's what people are saying at this moment in time. I've been absolutely bombarded with this over on my DMs and social media accounts. But before we jump into the gravy of this, I just want to say everything that we're about to look at, everything that we're about to talk about is going to be a huge spoiler if you haven't watched the brand new Warhammer animation Return to Cadia. So if you're planning to watch it, if you don't want to be spoiled, then please leave the video now. This is your first and only warning. So the whole story of Return of Cadia revolves around Cadian regiments sending a small honor guard back to a fragment of Cadia to pay respect to the planet that was lost during that big battle. They're going there to take their regiment flag there and pay respects to the fallen. But there's one group that arrives and there's literally no one around. They're looking for people and they soon discover that there's some warp/demonic shenanigans happening. All the other emissaries that were sent there by other regiments are found slaughtered, ripped apart, dead. We learn about a word bearer who is still present on that fragmentation of Cadia, and this word bearer is possessed by a demon. The demon wants to terrorize. He feeds off the terror of these Cadians, so he's hunting them down one by one, really playing some psychological mind games with them to really inspire that terror and feed off that. The possessed word bearer picks off the squad one by one, and what we have is a final confrontation with two of the remaining guard. One is slaughtered, trying to actually shoot the word bearer like head on. She tries to like pull a grenade on it, but it just literally impales her and tosses her aside. And the Arvis lighter that brought them there, the possessed demon, basically tries to get on there, but the other trooper lined it with grenades, and then he chucks one final grenade into it, and he says, "Cadia stands." As the explosion happens, the fire rips through the guardsmen, the fire rips through the possessed marines. They're both destroyed, they're both killed, and we think it's all over. But then we get this really warp-tainted scene of the possessed marine, which is literally floating in the warp. And this is where all the speculation, all the madness I've been getting in my PMs now saying, Valrak, Lorgard, we finally got what Lorgard looks like. Now, I'm going to leave this up to you chaps, to say, is this Lorgard or not? Because I hear something else. A lot of people are saying that they hear this, well, let's say it is Lorgard, say, my son. But I think he's actually saying the actual name of the word bearer itself. Let's jump in, let's play the audio for a second, and let's see what you think about this.
But fear not, Samuel. You have eternity in my loving embrace.
Now, hopefully you go back and play it a couple of times, because, again, a lot of people are stating that in that segment, the thing that's there, Lorgard, or as I'm saying, a possessed demon, or the demon itself, is saying son. But what I'm hearing is Scion, and I think he's addressing the Marine that he was possessing, because the Marine in the story wanted to do it his way, and the demonic entity wanted to do it his way, and now, because they did it the Marine's way, they've damned themselves, and now he's forever in his, basically, pocket now, the demon's pocket. And I think that is what it's trying to state. Maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe it actually is saying son, and I'm just getting confused and I'm not hearing it properly. But a lot of people are saying, Valrak, this is Lorgard. Lorgard has returned. Have you seen Lorgard at the end of the Warhammer animation? And I just can't see it. I want it to be Lorgard, right? I want this to be Lorgard, because that would, you know, get my Primarch bells spinning again of another demonic Primarch potentially coming back to the setting, which would be incredible. If we actually look at what this thing is, Lorgard or demon, whatever you want to call it, I do think it looks amazing. It kind of reminds me of like Illidan from World of Warcraft. And if it does turn out to be Lorgard, if it is Lorgard, that's what they intended to do, then I think potentially this is the first time we've ever seen demonic Lorgard, or, you know, a so-called type of image of demonic Lorgard, because we all know he ascended to become a demonic Primarch, then he went into his 10,000 years meditation in the warp, and now he's woken up from that slumber because of the actions of the Great Rift and all the chaos stuff that has been going on in the galaxy. And I wouldn't be surprised within the next couple of years we actually see that character actually come on the tabletop. In terms of the actual episode itself and my thoughts on it, I thought it was okay. I give it maybe a strong 6 out of 10. I thought the animation has vastly improved. There's a lot of better lip sync with the voices this time around. Like before, it felt slightly off. It seems that they're fixing that bit by bit now. In terms of the actual story, yeah, nothing really inspiring. I thought it was kind of plain in a way. That's why I'm giving it like a strong 6 out of 10. It was nothing like action scenes like we got with the Space Marine one over on Amazon, where I must have watched that like 30 or 50 times. Like, I watched this once and that was basically it for me. It didn't really inspire me to go back and watch it again. I thought the ending bit was cool when the guard sacrificed himself and he ended up, you know, blowing up the word bearer possessed marine and stuff. Like, his final words, like Cadia stands, was really, really cool. But apart from that, yeah, I thought it was kind of slow and just, I don't know, maybe a little bit boring. Hopefully we'll get some more action ones soon, like mass warfare, tank battles, drone battles, Tau, Necrons, Imperial Guard, Space Marines, Chaos Space Marines, anything really. Like, just give me like just big, huge, massive battles. This is what I live for in Warhammer 40,000, right? This is what I want to see. Just two massive armies smacking each other in the face. So looking forward to see what they do with the next one. Hopefully they'll keep up with the quality of the animation, because this is the type of animation I want to see. This type of quality. I know that type of quality takes time and of course a lot of money, but that is two things that Games Workshop have: a lot of money and a lot of time. Anyway, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching this video. I would love to get your thoughts and feedback on this. Is this Lorgard? Is it? I don't know. I want to believe. I want it to be Lorgard, but I just don't see it as Lorgard in this one. Thanks for stopping by. See ya. Have a great day, night, evening, wherever you are in the world, and bye-bye.